Hello and welcome to episode 61 of my Working with Todoist series. In this episode, I want to show you a new project or new group of projects that I've collected called checklists, which is here. Now, what I've done is this has actually come from a review of reading some of the setup guides for GTD. Now, for those of you who don't know, I actually used OmniFocus for about 5 years before I switched to Todoist. There's a multiple of reasons why I switched to Todoist, but one of the things was, as I was reviewing the setup guide, the Getting Things Done setup guide that David Allen's company Getting Things Done produced in OmniFocus, is one of the things that they suggested that you do is create what's called a group of folders or a group of projects called checklists. Now, what these are used for is, I suppose there are some things that you just want to collect and can review it when you do your weekly review. Now, this is all, remember, the GTD system is all about the weekly review. Less emphasis on dates and more on the weekly review. Now, there are a number of things that I decided that I could keep in my checklist, and it just frees up other things. The weekly review is just done once a week, and as for those of you who keep asking, I use it's more of a, I suppose, just a little reminders of all the things that I want to check and to make sure I check on a regular basis. One of the tasks that I recently added was this one, which is ask the question, what's the next action on all projects, which I think is very, very important, because each project should have at least one very next action. And I've been very guilty in the past of not asking that question and just zipping through projects, and quite often I've got projects with nothing in them. So this is a way of just keeping my focus on what exactly is the next action, what do I want to get done in the next week on a specific project. So that's my weekly review. It's just a reminder. But I also have one here, which I admit I haven't added yet, but I do have a list elsewhere for, I think actually I've got it in someday maybe, which I haven't moved across yet, but I will do. Here we go. I've got books to buy. And I'm going to transfer all those into this project at a later date. In fact, I can actually start doing that now. Keep in mind that this is really, really simple in Todoist when you've got things open like this. So I can just drag and drop these over here, and I can have a... So now I can remove this particular project, and actually, I need to go into my... I sometimes get myself so confused. So here we go, books to buy. Now what I can do is just go in here and I can just delete the project because I don't need that one anymore. But go back to my checklist. Checklist is quite good. I mean, music to listen to is another one that I came up with this week because I follow a couple of music producers, one of which is a producer called Anjuna Beats. Anjuna is the production company for Above and Beyond, and for those again of you who've been watching my episodes, you know that I'm a huge fan of Above and Beyond. And there are certain albums that they release, and they give you the dates in the podcasts or online. So what I want to do is to add the date in there, music to listen to, and I could put them in my tickler file. Courses to take. This is like Udemy courses that I may have come across. So this is a really good little thing that you can actually create. It's just, I know it's an additional project, but it is a way of keeping things together that you may want to have a look at a later date. Anyway, just for those of you who are curious, that is why this new project has appeared, Checklist. That's all it is. It's just a way of, I can buy books or music that I want to listen to or courses that I want to take. Anyway, I hope you found that useful. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and most of all, please have a very, very productive week.